Well, my next guest is also someone who served us so well in Washington, D.C., former U.S. Congressman, now serves us here in the state of Florida as our chief law enforcement official. And I want to tell you that he has been a champion for life, been a champion for traditional family. And right now I'd like to introduce to you to have a chance to show our appreciation to our pastors tonight, and that is the Florida Attorney General, Bill McCollum. Bill?
It's a great privilege. Thank you. Well, I want to salute all of you, the Florida Family Policy Council, and all of the others who are here supporting tonight. We're proud of the team that comes together, and there's no more time, and no time in the past that has been more important than today, when you are coming together to fight the cause for family values and for families and for good Christian values. Now, I can tell you that of all of us who are here tonight, many of us pray, many of us attend church, many of us are doing good things the Lord wants us to do, but the leaders that are out there every day in their churches, in the parishes, in the ways that they exhibit themselves, from Christian ministries in the jails and the prisons to ministering to individuals who are in need, and those who are trying every moment to keep the families together we're talking about tonight, and we talk about as a group all the time, those people who we really should be thanking more than ourselves and more than anyone else here tonight are those who are the pastors and the ministers. And I want all of those pastors and ministers who are in the audience tonight to stand up, and let's give them a round of applause just to acknowledge how much we appreciate them. I know we got a bunch of them. Come on up here. Pastors, ministers, anybody who's a pastor or a minister? Anybody who's a pastor or a minister? Thank you. Now I've been asked to acknowledge the leaders around who are here that may or may not be pastors or ministers but have other organizational roles. And I want to do that, but in that process I've got to comment on one thing to you. Right now, the governor has on his desk, or will have it within the week, a bill called HB 1143. Most of us in this room know what that is. But for those of you who don't, this is a piece of legislation that would take what I think is a terrible bill, health care bill that passed, that President Obama signed into law, and that most of you know I've challenged in the courts. I hope and pray that at the end of the day, the U.S. Supreme Court declares it unconstitutional. But in the meantime, the legislature, knowing that there's an opt-out provision in there that says that the states may have a law passed that makes it very clear that no state money, or no money, federal money that comes administered in this program, in the state of Florida at least, goes to an abortion. The legislature has passed this bill, and there are several other things in it that mean things to us too, such as having an ultrasound in the first trimester of pregnancy explained to the woman who may be, young woman who may be ready to have an abortion. This is very important legislation. I can't tell you how many times that Dick Schultz, who's here, former Congressman Schultz, and I voted for the Hyde Amendment in the United States Congress. This is Florida's version of the Hyde Amendment. It's very important, and we need to have that piece of legislation signed into law by Governor Christ. So if you haven't contacted him, I know you're going to. And if you haven't prayed about it, I know you're going to pray that he signs this bill. But there are leaders tonight that I want to acknowledge who are out there working on this and all the other family value issues we're here tonight. And I want to recognize them. I've been asked to do it. And I'd like you to stand, and then we'll applaud you as a group. John and Virginia Brooks, the Palm Beach Christian Coalition. John and Virginia, wherever you are, please stand up right here. And please remain standing. Clint Klein, Design 4 in Brandon. Clint, wherever you are. Pastor Jerry Creel, the chairman of the Conservative Ministers of Central Florida. Pastor Creel. Adam Goldman, Florida Right to Life. Manuel Gonzalez with ParentsRightToLife.org of Fort Lauderdale. Terry Kemple, Community Issues Council of Tampa. Sidney Lanier, Palm Beach Christian Coalition. Sarah Leone, Christian Coalition of South Florida. Grant Malloy, Center Right Coalition of Central Florida. Rick Nelson, President of the American Liberties Institute. Mike Scrimsher, Center for Bioethical Reform. Scott Pages, Faith Forum of Calvary Chapel in Fort Lauderdale. Bill Stevens, Christian Coalition of Florida. Jim and Mary Tyndall, Chairman of Public Issues Committee, First Baptist of Naples. Let's give them all a round of applause for thanks for what you are doing. Thank you for your leadership. Now, last but not least, I'm going to acknowledge one person tonight in this leadership group that's very special to all of us here tonight. I want Vonette Bright, the wife of the late Dr. Bill Bright, to stand up. She was co-founder of Campus Crusade for Christ. All of us know you. We love you dearly, Vonette. Thank you so much for your leadership. Thank you. And thank all of you tonight for your leadership. We're talking about leadership tonight. Everyone here is a leader. Everyone here is a participant in keeping families together and keeping family values and Christian values at the forefront of this state and our nation. Thank you. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you.